What is going on, guys? Jason Burke here, Styles Clash for Life, coming at you on YouTube, and today I am telling a tale from the fort. I've got another movie review for you guys tonight, and this one is a supremely underrated movie I've always been a fan of, or at least since it came out. I watched it for the first time about a month ago after hearing quite a bit of stir and positive feedback about how it was a modern day film with a vintage twist, and I love stuff that gives throwbacks to the 80s. I was born and raised on the Friday the 13th and Michael Myers and all the different horror franchises of the 80s slasher boom. So this one is a throwback, but also a very clever modern day film. It is The Final Girls. My tale from the fort today is going to quickly review this movie, The Final Girls. And again, it's been a month since I've seen it, so I don't really know character names or actor names too well, so I do apologize for that. I do know on the cover here we have Tessa Farmiga, who was in American Horror Story, who was the lead actress in this movie, who was very, very good. The entire cast was good. Also, Malin Ackerman and Adam Devine were in this. Nina Dobrev from Vampire Diaries was in this. All in all, again, powerful cast, no letdowns. The backstory behind The Final Girls is that a famous actress went to star in a kind of 2-bit horror film, kind of like an exact replica of Friday the 13th. She starred in this cheesy 80s movie as the lead actress and could never quite live it down. But the mom passed away, and so now the daughter has to relive the mom passing away on the anniversary of film festivals that show this cheesy 80s movie that her mom was in. So the daughter basically, they go in to watch this movie begrudgingly for the to live to the mom's memory, so sort of to pay homage to the mom. And the daughter and her friends, this cast of characters, eventually gets stuck in this movie. They're stuck in the film that plays in the theater somehow. And the opening of the movie just sort of rides past them every hour and a half, and they realize we have to take part in the movie to let this thing go forward. We have to actually advance the story by playing heroines in this movie. So it's a movie inside a movie, basically, as this cast gets stuck in this cheesy 80s movie. So you see all these kind of cheesy 80s tropes and all these old school rules of 80s horror come to life with a modern cast as they sort of poke fun at it. So it's sort of self-referential. There's a lot of jokes about the 80s horror, but there are a lot of things that are very similar to 80s horror too. You see the use of drugs and alcohol and sex. And basically, the cast tries to keep... The new current cast tries to keep the original cast of the 80s movie alive by avoiding sex, drugs, alcohol, things like that. And of course, the main character's mother is alive in this movie because all the actors that played in the actual 80s movie are still alive in this movie. So Tessa Farmiga's character is trying to keep her mother alive in the movie, ergo into real life. So it's, again, movie inside a movie, cleverly done. Lots of funny jokes, lots of good comedy. Also some pretty good kills. The killer is reminiscent of Jason in sound effects, in mask, in body. So again, really well done. I'm kind of being vague because, again, it's been a little while since I've seen it. But it's a nice mix of violence and modern day horror mixed with the cheesy, funny, kind of campy 80s stuff. So it's a horror comedy. And it's really well done. Again, I can't really think of how it ends, and I want to avoid spoilers here. But if you guys want to see a self-referential, in a lot of ways it's kind of like a Scream or a New Nightmare, something like that, where it sort of references itself, pokes fun at itself for being a horror movie, but also relishes an original idea. You know, a couple of times when you see the movie inside a movie, it's really cheesy and kind of looks CGI. This sort of relies on the story itself. As far-fetched as the story is, it's pretty well played, and again, the acting is good, and the story of a mother and her daughter reuniting inside this movie and playing into all the old funny stereotypes of the old school horror really works well with this. So again, without getting too far into it, I give this movie, I would say, about an 8.5 out of 10. This is the 8.5 range out of 10. Again, the cast is really well done. I laughed out loud a couple of times. If you're a fan of 80s horror and you kind of miss the old school stuff, check this out. Or if you like horror comedies as well, this one is very witty and cleverly written. I quite enjoy it. And I know how it ends now. I just thought of how it ends. And it's pretty sweet, which makes me think, without giving anything away, there might be a Final Girls 2, and I certainly hope there is. So again, if you guys saw this movie, what did you think of it? If you have not seen it yet, do you want to see it? And would you like to see a sequel? And what are the best and worst parts of this movie? And what do you want to see happen in the sequel if there is one? So again, tell me down below in the comments. I love hearing from you guys. Like, share, and subscribe. And until the next review, this has been Tales from the Fort, guys. So lock your doors, dim the lights, stay scared, and enjoy the movies. I will see you all real soon. Thank you.